Hello everyone, my name's Rick and I run the website lightsoutparanormalinvestigators.com. I also have a YouTube channel called Valpro99. I've been investigating since 2008 and this is kind of new for me. I had quite a lot of videos on my website and on my YouTube channel, but none of them are live action like this. They're just sort of standard. You don't normally see me in my videos. So, but anyway, this is something new I'm trying out. This way, I think I can get a little bit more detail on some of my evidence analysis. So let's begin. Actually have two pieces of video that I want to show everyone. Recorded in the last couple weeks. I was at a local cemetery here down in Ocala, Florida. That's where I moved back in 2023. And anyway, let's go ahead and roll the video here. It's just a short clip, and there's a disembodied voice right in the beginning of the clip. I'll go ahead and play the clip in its entirety. It's only a few seconds, but then I'll stop it and then we'll analyze it more closely. Here we go. So as you can see, I'm walking around the outside of it's a little dark to see because it was at nighttime. I'm outside an open air mausoleum, and I hear a disembodied voice of someone or something trying to get my attention. But anyway, we'll go ahead and I'll bring up the audio editor and we'll dive into that part of that section of the video, and in hopes of bringing that sound out a little bit better. Okay, now I have WavePad up and I'm going to analyze just the beginning sound part, audio part of that video, and let's see what we have here. So something's trying to get my attention. It's sort of like, saying, "Hey you." In this case, it's a sound. It's that's the best I can describe it. Something like that. I mean, that's really what it is. Here it is again. I'll just play it one more time. I mean, I heard this very clearly that night when I was investigating. And again, I didn't really get any more disembodied voices like that for the rest of the night. I did happen to capture what sounded like or what looked like a black shadow, and that's in another video that I'm going to share with everyone here. So let me switch up screens and I'll go over to the other piece of evidence. All right, here's the second piece of evidence I captured. This was actually a couple nights after I experienced the disembodied voice in the same area, in the very same area. What I had done is there was a bench outside. I put laid my camera down onto the bench. It's in night vision mode, and it does have an external IR light. That's why you have the green here. And that's all lit up by the external IR light. And I just put the camera down onto the bench and I just let it record. And I'd have to say probably a good 45 minutes to an hour into the recording, I capture something, and it's right over here. You'll see like a black shadow under this area here, and then also up here. It's pretty quick. I recorded for over 2 hours, and I only captured this black shadow. It's a small mass, probably, from what I can tell, maybe a foot in diameter. Uh, it's seen two times. It's seen up on top here, and then it quickly, you see it down in the bottom here. So let me go ahead and play the video and see if you can see it. It's pretty quick. I'll slow it down after a couple other shots, but let's see what it looks like here. So that's pretty quick. You got to have some pretty good eyes. I was actually very lucky to capture this after and catching it on review, because a lot of times I may just blow through some of this stuff too fast and I won't catch it. But this one I actually catch pretty good. So let me play it one more time at full speed. All right, now I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna change the speed. We're gonna go down by half. Play it one more time. Again, you're looking up in this area here, and then in the bottom here, it's like a black spongy entity. It comes into the frame and quickly exits the same way it comes into frame. And then on the bottom, it looks like it just comes from around the corner of this pillar here. These are two pillars. This is one, this is another pillar. So here we go. This is half speed. One more time at half speed. It's pretty wild. We're going to go down to quarter speed. Let's go to quarter speed. I'll play it a couple times at quarter speed. One more time. Again, you're looking in this area here, and you're looking down here on this corner. All right, let me just so analysis. I guess the first thing everyone will say, oh, it's just an insect. Well, I went and tried to duplicate this, thinking that, a bug just got in front of the lens of the camera, in front of the IR light. I went back a couple of days after this, and I set up the camera exactly the same way, all the complete setup, and I tried to replicate these shadows. I was unsuccessful. I put small little black objects in front of the lens of the camera, in front of the IR light trying to project the black shadow up onto the pillar. Just had no success whatsoever. I'll show you what insects, when they fly close to the camera and they get, and the IR light hits them, they show up white. They don't show up black. And they show up as small little specks, really small little specks. Anyone who's ever done any investigating at night with a camera, video camera, you'll know what I'm talking about. Again, and I did experience, when I went back to try to debunk this, there were gnats that were landing on the light, that were landing on the lens of the camera, and they just simply don't project like this thing projected. I'm not sure if there was two separate entities that we saw, one up top here and one on bottom of here. I don't know if it's two separate entities or one entity. I'm going to say it's probably one entity, because on the top it comes into frame, quickly turns around, goes back out the way it came in, and then it comes down the bottom, and it looks like it just flies right past the corner, the bottom corner of this pillar. So since I only saw the shadow, only one shadow at any given time, I never saw two shadows at the same time. It's probably the same shadow. And anyone who's been on my channel or my website back in 2009, when I was in Iraq, I recorded something very, very similar in the bunkers that were down in right outside our tactical operations center. Very similar type of entity. Um, they were probably about a basketball size, and they weren't fixed in their configuration. They sort of looked like fluid, almost like black, wispy fluid. And that's how it was in Iraq, and that's how it is here. It's interesting because, that was in '09, so that's 17 years ago. I have not captured that type of entity in 16 years, and now I've captured it again. This is the second time I've captured this black, misty, fluid looking black thing that I can't explain, and it moves extremely fast. As you can see, it moves really, really fast. I'll see if I can't. I'll look at some of the other debunking videos that I put up, that I had the other day, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like when an insect flies in front of the camera, or an insect lands on the lens of the camera. It's completely different. It's just completely different. So let me see if I can dig up that video now. All right, here's the setup I had. As you can see, here is my camera. Here's the lens of the camera. I have an IR light here, and I have a white light. This is a clear white light. And I just wanted to show you what my actual setup was. And then here in this area, this is the bench. This is a granite bench. This is exactly how I had it set up. And this was the couple days afterwards. All right, now let me find a video. I have a video where some insects start climbing. They start moving around on this lens, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's nothing like the black shadow. Absolutely nothing like the black shadow. All right, here's another clip. Again, I'm trying to debunk the dark shadows that were over here on the edges. Anyway, this white thing here, this is just an insect walking on the lens. Now I'm going to let it play for a second or two, and you'll see it shows up white. It does not show up black. Here we go. And I got it at half speed. Look at it. So there you have it. There you have it. It's white. The insects show up white. They don't show up black when they're on the lens. And I've had two cameras running. The first time I captured the black shadow in the bunker, I had two cameras rolling from two different areas of the bunker, and both cameras captured the same black shadows that were flying around. So if it was an insect on a lens, I would have only have seen the black shadow show up on that camera and not the secondary camera. So so there you go. I'm really at a loss. Again, I'm not going to say 110% that this is paranormal with the black shadow. I just don't know at this point. So, but it's interesting, if anything. Anyway, that's it for today. This is my first video, my first live video. You can check me out on Lights Out Paranormal Investigators.com. That's my website, or you can go onto my Valpro VALPRO 99 channel on YouTube. I have lots and lots of video going all the way back to when I was in Iraq in '09. So even a couple before that. So anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys later.